Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Blame It on the Stars, where we give you an inside look to what's going on in the universe so you can blame your problems on the stars. It is Jade here.
And it's Kara.
And today we'll be talking about solar returns. This is the last bonus episode in our series that we've done all about planetary returns. We did this series because we were getting a lot of questions pretty often about all types of planetary returns, from Saturn returns to Venus returns, pretty much all of them. So this series served as a way to answer your most asked questions about planetary returns.
And in case you missed it, last week we talked about Cancer season and how it affects you. So definitely listen to that episode if you want to know more about that. And just to give you a heads up, next week we will tell you everything you need to know about Mercury in Leo and the new moon in Cancer.
And with that being said, let's dive into solar returns. So what is your solar return? Your solar return is essentially a new beginning and the start of a new cycle in regards to yourself. It's an opportunity for personal growth, reflection, and celebration. It's a time where you're embracing change, you're setting intentions, and you're moving forward with a more refreshed and renewed energy and a sense of enthusiasm for the upcoming year ahead.
So when does your solar return happen? Your solar return happens when the sun in the sky is at the same exact point or degree as it was at the time that you were born in your birth chart. So your solar return happens when the transiting sun and your natal sun are conjunct or at the same exact degree. This is also the most intense part of the return, where this energy is the most amplified.
And as Kara kind of alluded to it, if you're wondering how often your solar return happens, it happens every year on your birthday. Now, since the solar return is when the sun in the sky is exactly conjunct your natal sun, it could happen theoretically just a little before or a little bit after your birthday, but it won't stray too far away from your actual birthday.
So what can you expect during your solar return? You can expect this to be a time where you are reflecting on the past year of your life and reviewing some of the goals and things that you have been working on. So around the time of your birthday, you might look at your solar return chart of the previous year to see how things played out and what was a big focus on your life that year, and then take a look at your one for the next year to see some of the things that are coming your way.
So during your solar return, it's kind of like your own mini New Year's. So as typically with New Year's resolutions, your solar return can be your own personal new year where you're setting some intentions or goals for the upcoming year. You might feel that there's more of that sense of renewal and motivation to get a fresh start in a variety of areas of your life.
Taking a look at your solar return chart also makes it a good time to self-reflect and focus on the areas of your life that you want to improve or develop further, whether that means that you are looking to learn new skills or overcome anything that has been challenging recently, anything that has been coming up. As you are looking at your solar return, you're able to kind of hone in and focus on different areas of your life that are important to you at this time.
Your solar return can bring up some strong emotions as you're transitioning into a new phase of your life, whether that be just excitement and optimism or introspection and contemplation about what the next year should look like and how the past year went.
When you take a look at your solar return chart, it can also show you any major life events that might be coming your way. Sometimes this can happen around the same time that your solar return happens, or it can show you things that will be changing or new beginnings coming your way in the following year. This could mean anything from starting a new job to moving or getting into a new relationship. These events are usually seen with some of the planetary interactions and aspects that are happening in the chart.
Typically, you start to feel these major life shifts or this new energy in the days or even weeks prior to your birthday if things start feeling a little bit different and you're getting that sense of what the next year ahead could look like in those moments before your birthday. That's not uncommon. Typically, people do have this big surge of energy or even like a stronger sense of purpose and direction in your life around the time of your birthday. So we've been talking a lot about solar return charts. In case you're wondering what exactly is a solar return chart, it is an astrological tool that's calculated for the exact moment of when the sun in the sky returns to its natal position. As we were saying, that could happen slightly before or after your birthday. When you get this chart, it can provide a lot of insight into the major themes and energies you'll experience during the year. I always say it's kind of like your mini horoscope or forecast for the whole year, and you get a new one every year.
When it comes to interpreting your solar return chart, it is very similar to interpreting a birth chart. So if you are someone that is familiar, or even if you are a beginner, the same principles and methods apply, except you are thinking about it from the perspective of what your year will be like instead of your personality or characteristics as you would when you were looking at your own birth chart. So, for example, when interpreting this chart, you would look at the positions of the planets, any aspects, and also the houses that they are in. If you are someone who is new to astrology or if you want another perspective on your chart, there are many astrologers online who offer these types of readings as well.
But that is pretty much it for solar returns and for the entire Planetary Returns series. Hopefully, you found these bonus episodes to be really helpful in answering those questions about planetary returns, and hopefully it'll continue to be a good resource for you as you continue learning about astrology. But next week we'll be back on track talking all about when Mercury enters Leo and the upcoming new moon in Cancer. So if you want to know more about that, then make sure wherever you're listening to this podcast you are subscribed and have the notifications turned on so you don't miss when we post next week. But until then, that is all for now, and we'll see you all next Monday.